then my shoulder gonna be hurting me because all that trauma is just sitting right there. Absolutely. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All that stress. I need to make sure I drink X amount of bottles of water, right? And it's even like you said, setting those boundaries, saying no, I'm not going to the party.
Right.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I'm tired.
That's okay.
Yep.
And being okay with that, and not even knowing, not even being able to live your life for you,
Yes,
and not for other people.
That's a big one right there.
That's holistic.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I'll tell you, and I've told Ms. Hall, I'm a silent sufferer. I'm one of those that I'm a loner, and so I pull back, and I deal with. I'm an internal person. I internalize everything, which is not always healthy because I have had, and I'm one of those that'll just keep working and don't take off. But it's real because cortisol levels is real.
Yeah.
It will kill you.
Absolutely.
It will absolutely take you out of here.
Absolutely.
It will take you out.
And then you could be having a silent heart attack, pain shooting up your arm, and you don't even know what's going on with you. You just like, let me just stretch real quick and keep getting back to work. And it's like your body is screaming at you.
Right.
And you'll be replaced the next day.
Yeah.
The next day.
Absolutely.
And not allowing people to make you feel bad for taking care of yourself.
Right.
We see jobs do that all the time. I was in the education field for 6 years. I seen the district, like, you could only take this many days. And if you take another one, you're going to get written up. And if you take another one, then you're on the line, you know? And just dealing with all that stress. And it's like, okay, I have to, because of the financial stress. Because of even being a man, right? But being a head of a household. I'm responsible for these kids, for this woman. I have to.
We've been programmed. We've gotten away from, if you look back, generations prior, and the greatest generation and things like that, we've gotten away from simplicity because even when they were working a lot, we've got better medicine and all of that. There was time for the family unit. There was time where you sat at the table. You didn't have these things here. And you actually converse with people. And we've gotten away from a lot of that. We're so individualized. And usually African Americans are known to be more of what you would know as, not collectivistic, but I can't think of the name of it. Communalism. So we've kind of gotten away from that African proverb, it takes a village. We've gotten away from those things and I think we kind of need to get back to some of those things because sometimes for me, just cutting it off is just, but I think the whole person, sometimes we need to, it doesn't have to be this big thing. It's just the simple things. Just going outside, getting some air, seeing nature, what's really going on out here.
When you picked up that phone, it was making me think about two things you said. The first one is how you see yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of us see ourselves through the lens of the phone, which is through the lens of the social medias and all this other kind of stuff. And then another thing that's just kind of crazy is that the leaders of the technology limit their kids' usage on it. Bill Gates and all them, when that stuff was coming out, they were saying they barely let their kids a couple hours a day on the devices and stuff like that. Because you're just so plugged into that you're unplugged in from
reality.
Like I think I heard somebody said, who's up about like I don't think they said the whole thing, but the old quote, the future is a mystery, the past is history, the present is a gift,
That's right.
But too many times we are not locked in the present because of so much other stuff, and then that's like shapes how we see ourselves. That's true. But no, so
that definitely leads us to the next question about that community. Why is community important in mental health healing? Ms. McConaughey, you want to start us off?
Absolutely. As Frederick was talking about, we need to get back to the village. I have a heart for the youth, and I strongly believe that it takes a village, even though in my immediate household, it was just me and my brother, but my extended family was large. Our mothers were from Monroe, Louisiana, But I said we grew up knowing our cousins, like they live right here in Houston, and that was a 6, 7, 8 hour trip. Back then, the village was hands-on, whether it was extended miles or close. We grew up like siblings, our mother's sisters, and we grew up like siblings. But it also takes you back to the village is sick now.
Yes.
So aunties are not the same as my Aunt Feifei. That was my second mother. But now the sisters, they have animosity, or they are on drugs, or the village is sick now. And so how do we repair the village? How do we get the village back healthy enough to where I can trust my son to go over here and I don't have to worry about my son being mistreated different from your child? You know, how do we get that trust and get that cohesiveness back into the village? And that's where we come in, starting with one person at a time, building strong families, which leads to having strong communities, which is the same as the village.
Absolutely, that's good. That's really good. So many times, even in our community, when you was talking, I thought about how much in our community, when we were younger, it was what goes on in this house stays in this house, right?
Well, ain't we heard that one?
And the ones that are parents now was the children. So now they have this unspoken trauma.
Right.
Maybe they was molested, or maybe they was, abused, or went through these different things and never was able to heal. So now they're pushing it on their children. Now they can't come in agreement with their sister, with their auntie, and things like that, because when they tried to speak up, it was you lying, you don't know what you're talking about, and it was just all of that. So then now they don't feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Mr. Frederick?
So, just excuse me, y'all. I know I like theory, but I think that, community is very important, and sometimes I wonder what happened to us, what happened to our community, and the family. Just as a family, most families operate in dysfunction, even families that appear healthy. What we see on Facebook and TikTok, that's only a snippet of what you see. And so a lot of times family knows there's a problem, or the community knows there's a problem, but they wrap themselves around dysfunction. And then if we're talking about a whole person, maybe this person turns themselves around and they start working towards themselves. Then because there has been so much dysfunction, then the family, it causes what we call stress in the family, because this person is, I use the word normal.
Right.
So they engage in scapegoating.
Listen.
And then the person that was doing well relapses, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So community, there's so much important in community, and a lot of it leads back to the very place most of all of us were raised in, the church. And the church, in some sense, has failed a lot lately, because when I was growing up, the same person that taught me in Sunday school was my English teacher. So I couldn't get away with it, and if I did, it was going to be told on Sunday, and I was trying to hide. And so we got it. We got beat. If we were acted, we just got it from more than our parents. And I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. And so I think that community is important, because if you look at society, nobody else is going to do it for us. And we're so busy trying to live up to what we think other people's expectations that we're failing a whole generation of people. And you can, even adults, you can just, I'm just like, what happened? But anyway, okay.
We can't be the new adults.